CEO and Director at Airtel, Beetle and Airtel Africa. His passion for early stage ventures has led him to invest in 9 startups on his own before he set his startup, Your Nest, which he plans to invest in 10 to 12 startups over the next few months. Mr. Sunil Kumar Groel is also qualified as a financial analyst, business economist, and cost accountant. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your benign presence. I would now like to invite our next speaker. He's a renowned international media guru with 5 world records to his credit. He is the founder of Noida Film City, president of Marva Studios, and founder of Asian Academy of Film and Television. He's chairing a number of national and international organizations related to entertainment industry. He's the only journalist who is editing newspaper, radio, television, and news agencies at the same time. News agencies at the same time. A recipient of more than 100 international, national, state, and other awards. He is the cultural ambassador of Wales in India, ambassador of International Human Rights Organization affiliated to United Nations. He is also the ambassador of Peace President, World Peace Development and Research Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, let us have a huge round of applause for Mr. Sandeep Marva.
Good afternoon, everybody. सभी दिशाओं से शुभ सुंदर भाव विचार भरे नित अंतर पुण्य धरा बन जाए स्वर्ग ये मेरे यत्नों से करुणा कर. What I'm trying to बजा लीजिए ताली. What I'm trying to tell you here, my dear friends, whether it is north, south, east or west, whether you are in India or abroad, whether you are on the top of the hill or you are standing right at the seashore, whether you are in a garden or on the rocks, whether you're looking at the most beautiful flower or maybe the most beautiful woman on earth, the fact is that whatever you see with your naked eyes, it's not the most beautiful thing. The most beautiful thing, there are 2 things, and one is your feelings and the other one is your thinking. And the best part is that you don't have to use your eyes because both the things are right within you. My dear friends, on this auspicious day, let's pray, hey Lord, give me good thinking, give me good feelings so that I can do good karmas, and through my good karmas, I would love to convert this earth into heaven. I hope you agree with me. Well, the most respected people on the dais and the most energetic audience sitting in this auditorium. First of all, let me extend my heartiest thanks to Dr. Gaganjeet Singh and his complete team of IMM who have taken this wonderful opportunity to call me on this auspicious day and made me feel at home because I am also part of IMM. I'm an alumni, I'm an alumnus of this institution. 30 years back, I passed out from this institution and I'm feeling so happy, I'm feeling so charged coming back home and talking to my young brothers and sisters. My dear friends, I would love to pass on my gratitude to our Honorable Sir Dr. Jagjit Singh, who was a genius, and we have learned a lot when we all were together in IMM. I still remember we started a club called Executive Club, and I hope it's still running very strong from last 34 years. My heartiest thanks to the complete team of IMM. Well, coming back to the topic of the day, mentoring India, I wish India would have been a product I could have molded this way or that way, or maybe one single person to whom I would have asked to sit down and listen to me thoroughly so that I can change India then and there before he or she leaves the room. But fortunately or unfortunately, India is not one single person, my dear friends. India is you and me. India is 70% of the people who are staying in villages. India is 65% of the youth who are working honestly hard to become something, and especially the entrepreneur. And I'm so happy that all of you have joined that race to become something, to become an entrepreneur, and you have joined this beautiful institution to be something in life. The minute I entered in this auditorium, I saw a beautifully designed backdrop, white, huge, big backdrop, and the topic, saluting Indian entrepreneurs. Trust me, I felt very elevated. I thought it's written for me. And one. And second, I realized that someone who has actually designed this is an intelligent person. Because if you're actually saluting entrepreneurs, if you're highlighting entrepreneurs, if you're promoting entrepreneurs, or you're promoting entrepreneurship, trust me, you're bringing peace to the whole world. And white represents peace, you know it for sure. Now, this is my observation when I entered into this auditorium, and I am happy that I'm also part of the World Peace Development and Research Foundation, which is a body of 22 crore people from all over the world. How to mentor, how to help my young brothers and sisters to be good entrepreneurs. And while coming from my home to this place, I have actually written few lines for you. And I would love to explain those lines, because I asked Dr. Gaganjeet Singh, I say I need at least 1.5 hours to talk to my students here. But you know how it is in seminars, you're given only 10, 12 minutes to speak out your point of view, or it's going to be only the tip of the iceberg, by the way. And what I'm trying to bring down here in the hall, ke aage kadam, aage kadam, aage kadam, mitro dharo balidan ke path par kadam, path band hai piche achal, aur peeth par dhakka prabal, mat soch kar le faisla, le baahon mein utsah bhar, जीवन समर के सैनिकों संभव असंभव को करो कण कण निमंत्रण दे रहा आगे कदम आगे कदम. Now let me explain in a fast track why I have used aage kadam aage kadam aage kadam. The fact is that I'm trying to tell this youth of the nation, this most energetic audience of our country, that you have to now time to plan and then start focusing yourself and then start working for it. Plan your work and start working your plan. That's a work your plan and plan your work. And this is the time for you to focus yourself and start planning for your future, my dear friends, especially when you are in a good institution like this. Aage kadam, aage kadam, aage kadam. Mitro dharo balidan ke path par kadam. The fact is that today, all entrepreneurship, all business will go to hell if there is no feeling of compassion, if there is no feeling of sacrifice. You have to help people. You have to pull and push people. You have to push and pull all those people who are downtrodden, people who are not in a position to reach to your stage. Help them, push them, pull them, and have wonderful feelings for them. Please don't let emotions and affection go away from this country. This is what is needed today. So, and that is the reason I have used this line. But remember that there is a very thin line between sacrifice and compromise. I'm not telling you to compromise on what you're thinking. Don't compromise on hard work. Don't compromise on your planning. Don't compromise on your toughness. But yes, a sense of sacrifice has to be bring back into the business, into the entrepreneurship, so that we can do well and can support each and everyone in and around you. Mitro dharo balidan ke path par kadam, path band hai piche achal. The minute you finish with one job, suddenly you find there is no scope left for us. Suddenly and it's especially for students when they say, oh my God, I finished my course and now what the bloody hell I'm going to do after this? You feel all doors are closed, but that's not the reality, my dear friends. There's ample work. It's been 30 years I'm in business, and I found that there is a lot to do in this country. There's a lot of business in this country. अगर आज कमी है, काम की कमी नहीं है, काम करने वालों की कमी है. सच बता रहा हूं मैं, काम करने वालों की कमी है। मित्रों धरो बलिदान के पथ पर कदम, पथ बंद है पीछे अचल। पथ लगता है, it looks like there is no work meant for me, but the fact is that if you are honest to your work, if you are honest to your profession, if you are enthusiastic, if you are ready to put in passion into your job, if you will work hard, I'm sure there is ample to do. Path band hai piche achal. And if you're trying to run away from what you have decided, what you have planned, what you have focused, then remember there is a valley right behind you. The valley of hopes. All that what you have created for yourself, all that what you have actually built up in all these years, you are at the top of the mountain right now, looking maybe for a bigger and a higher hill. But then don't move back, because there is a valley where you're going to fall down. Don't look back. मित्रों धरो बलिदान के पथ पर कदम, पथ बंद है पीछे अचल, और पीठ पर धक्का प्रबल, मत सोच कर ले फैसला, ले बाहों में उत्साह भर. It's a time for you to put in enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is the key to success. Very interesting. Yesterday, when I finished with the orientation program in my institution, one of the students came to me and asked me, "Sir," मैं बोलूं, can I say, "Is it for the first time you're taking the class?" मैं कहा, "No, this is the 84th time I'm taking the class." कह रहा, "अच्छा sir, I thought you're taking for the first time. You're very enthusiastic about it." I say 84th batch, and I am as enthusiastic about my new class as I was first 22 years back when I started Asian Academy of Film and Television. And let me pay my gratitude to Dr. Jagjit Singh once again, because I remember when I opened this institution, I was sitting and chatting with Dr. Jagjit Singh, and I said, I'm planning to keep a name of the film school as Indian Film and Television Institute. And he suddenly said, "Yaar, mainu pata hai, you've been doing shootings for some different channels." I said, "Yes, Asia Network. I have a Z with me now, and Doordarshan is already now throwing its broadcasting to almost whole of Asia." And suddenly he said, "Why didn't you change to Asia? Why didn't you put it Asian? Let me admit this." And trust me, I trusted my teacher, and I changed the name of the institution from Indian Film and Television Institute, which I never even published. I never even printed the letterheads that time. But next morning, I ordered for the first lot of letterheads, and I changed it to Asian Academy of Film and Television. Trust your teachers. Trust your mentors. Trust your parents. And trust me that you will be a big man. It's very important for today, for Indians, जिस किस्म के हमारे संस्कार हैं, जिस किस्म के हमारे ट्रेडिशंस हैं, और उसके अंतर्गत मैं ये समझता हूँ कि अगर आप इन चीज़ों में विश्वास करेंगे तो आप ज़्यादा जल्दी तरक्की करेंगे. मत छोड़ कर दे फैसला, ले बाहों में उत्साह भर, जीवन समर के सैनिकों, संभव असंभव को करो. आई एम कंपेयरिंग यू, माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, विद द फोर्सेस. Entrepreneur is no less than the forces standing at the borders. They shed their blood to save this country, and believe me, if you're a real entrepreneur, they also shed blood for the promotion of this country. They put their hard work, honesty, dedication, sincerity, punctuality, regularity, all their money, matters, their wealth, their knowledge, their education, all back into the business to promote this country in and out. And I have always compared them to the forces. They may not be at the border, but they are right within the states, right sitting next to you. जीवन समर के सैनिकों, संभव संभव को करो, कण कण निमंत्रण दे रहा आगे कदम. The minute you leave this auditorium this evening, please look at the road. This black road is made out of millions of pebbles. Millions of pebbles. Look at them, and each and every pebble will be shouting at you, "Aage kadam, aage kadam, aage kadam." Well, I have a lot to speak actually, but I know indications have already started coming in. But though I was asked to speak about the case study, and I don't think so I have so much time.